welcome back to the channel. Let's start the breakdown and analysis of the movie Catch Me If You Can. Please watch the previous video's links in description, and don't forget to subscribe this.
And I'd like to take you out for a steak dinner.
This movie tells the story of Frank Abagnale Jr., a con man who successfully impersonates a Pan Am pilot, a doctor, and a lawyer before being caught by the FBI.
Yes?
Do you concur?
Concur with what, sir?
The story is based on the real-life experiences of Frank Abagnale Jr., and the events in the movie are loosely based on his autobiography. The movie is structured as a cat and mouse game between Frank and FBI agent Carl Hanratty, who is determined to catch him, as Frank moves from country to country, creating new identities and forging checks. Hanratty follows his trail and gets closer and closer and closer and closer to catching him. FBI! The plot is full of suspense and intrigue as we follow Frank's exploits and wonder if he will be caught. The story is told in a non-linear fashion, with flashbacks and flashbacks and flash forwards, which keeps the audience engaged and interested. The movie has several key characters, but the two main characters are Frank Abagnale Jr. and FBI agent Carl Hanratty. Leonardo DiCaprio gives a convincing and sympathetic portrayal of Frank, who is a charming and charismatic character who uses his wit and intelligence to con people out of money.
Always wins.
Some nuts flying around the country posing as a pilot.
Tom Hanks
James
plays
Bond of the sky.
FBI agent Carl Hanratty, who is a determined and persistent character who is also empathetic towards Frank. He understands that Frank is a complicated character who is not entirely evil, and he tries to help him throughout the movie.
What do you want?
To apologize.
You didn't call
The
to
movie
apologize,
explores
did you?
several
You have no one else
themes,
to call.
including identity, family, and the American dream. Frank is constantly changing his identity and trying to find a place where he belongs. He is a victim of his circumstances and is trying to escape his past. The movie shows how difficult it is to create a new identity and how it can lead to a loss of self. Frank's relationship with his father is also a key theme in the movie. The movie shows how important family is and how it can shape a person's life. Finally, the pursuit of the American dream is also explored in the movie.
Shoulders wondering where you're going
Frank
tonight.
is trying to live the American
Where you
dream,
going, Frank?
which is represented by success, wealth, and freedom. However, the movie shows how the pursuit of the American dream can lead to a loss of morality and a lack of connection to others. The cinematography in the movie is impressive and helps to transport the viewer back in time. The movie is set in the 1960s, and the visuals reflect the time period. The music, costumes, and sets are all meticulously designed to create a sense of authenticity. The movie also uses a variety of camera techniques to create tension and suspense. For example, there are several chase scenes where the camera follows Frank and Hanratty through crowds of people. The camera work helps to create a sense of urgency and excitement. The movie was directed by Steven Spielberg, who is known for his ability to tell engaging and emotionally resonant stories.
You're gonna have to catch me.
Spielberg has a keen eye for detail, and he brought that to Catch Me If You Can. He was able to recreate the 1960s setting with great accuracy, using the music, costumes, and sets to transport the audience back in time. Spielberg also used a variety of camera techniques to create tension and suspense, such as close-ups, tracking shots, and aerial shots. The production of the movie was also impressive. The movie had a budget of $52 million and was produced by DreamWorks Pictures. The production team included several notable names, such as cinematographer Janusz Kaminski, who has worked on several Spielberg movies, and composer John Williams, who has composed the score for many of Spielberg's movies. The movie was shot on location in several different countries, including Canada, the United States, and France. The production team was able to recreate the 1960s setting in each location, which required a lot of attention to detail. For example, the scenes set in France were shot in Montreal, but the production team was able to make it look like Paris by using local landmarks and street signs. The movie also featured several impressive visual effects, such as the scene where Frank escapes from an airplane by jumping out with a parachute. The production team used a combination of practical effects and computer-generated imagery to create the scene. Overall, the direction and production of Catch Me If You Can were top-notch and helped to create an engaging and immersive movie experience for the audience.
A paper trail on this guy for months now. Hey, you mind
In
taking
conclusion,
that gun out of my face?
Catch Me
Please,
If You
really.
Can is a
It makes me
well-made
nervous.
and
This is
engaging
super
movie
dangerous.
that tells the story of a fascinating character. The movie explores themes that are relevant today, and the performances by DiCaprio and Hanks are outstanding. If you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend it. Thanks for watching.